Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of This Week in No Man's Sky. I haven't done one of these in a decent amount of time now, mostly because nothing really is going on with No Man's Sky, but I thought I'd bring you another episode regardless, just talking about two things really that aren't necessarily to do with No Man's Sky itself. You know, these aren't like game updates or any kind of speculation or nothing like that. It's actually just two things to do with the No Man's Sky community. Now, I'm aware I haven't touched on this series in quite a while, and as I said, that's because not really a lot is going on. However, I do miss just kind of rambling about No Man's Sky, so as such, here we are. This is a very, very unstructured series, and as such, I will fuck up a lot, but that makes it more human, something which I don't usually do in my videos, because, as you know, I jump cut too much. But anyway, first and foremost, one of the biggest things which I want to talk about in relation to No Man's Sky is by far the Discord drama. Now, a couple days ago, or a few days ago, or a week ago, it depends when this gets uploaded, I essentially made a video calling out the No Man's Sky Discord for the fact that its moderators are extremely biased, they can't take criticism, and more often than not, they rule the server with an iron fist, banning innocent people, banning people by accident, and generally just ruining the amazing, tight-knit and fair community which we have. Now, since I made that video, there have been a few updates in terms of that whole drama. Now, I wouldn't say that it was a declaration of war as such, but me and a lot of people from my own Discord server essentially made it our top priority to try and get something to come out of that video. We tried to get onto the actual No Man's Sky Discord server, and we had a few people that were able to get on it that weren't banned, just to check to see if the video had, you know, made any kind of difference, if, you know, things were changing, anything like that. And from as far as I can tell, not a lot has changed. This is kind of expected. You know, I didn't expect some kind of revolution to happen. I mean, I'm not that big of a person to incite that much drama, but you know, people were talking about it, and at least on my server, a few people in the community were very riled up and, you know, really ready to kind of make this into a big war, to almost create a civil war in the No Man's Sky community in order to sort out the No Man's Sky Discord server. Anyway, that went down. A few days ago, one of the moderators from the No Man's Sky Discord server, one of the mods which I believe is new because I never encountered him when I was on it, essentially came into the server, and me and him had a chat in private messages. I was asking about how I was, you know, banned for saying Wagwan family, happy to be here, and a few other things which just needed clearing up. Now, I won't lie, you know, this moderator, I think it was Nix, I think that's who it was, he said a lot of stuff which did make sense. You know, a lot of the bans which I wanted to be justified were justified, and they were explained. Obviously, there's not really any evidence to back it up as such, because I can't go on the server, so for all I know, he could be 100% bullshitting, but I took his word for it. He did justify some things, he did clear up some things, but then again, at the same time, I do feel like there was still quite a lot that was left unanswered, and in my server, we had this kind of feeling that nothing had changed, that nothing really went in. The biggest thing which I wanted to know was how my alt account was banned for saying Wagwan family. I asked him this, and he essentially said that because my profile picture was Orbit TV, they assumed that it was Orbit TV, who is also apparently banned for the No Man's Sky Discord server, which I didn't know, and as such they banned it because they believed it was an alt account of his. Now, that makes sense, you know, obviously. Probably not the best idea on my side of things by putting that as my profile picture. However, you know, that was a mistake. That was actually a mistake. You know, there is There is no way that that can be justified, because that is quite literally an error. And one of the things which we were talking about on my own server is that banning shouldn't be the method for everything. You can't maintain a Discord server just by banning everyone. That doesn't work. Banning has to be a final result. You have to try and mute people or message people, give people chances before you just outright ban them. What they should have done was message me asking, you know, who are you? Are you some kind of alternative account or what have you? And then it could have got cleared up from there. Obviously, there's nothing stopping me from lying, and there's nothing stopping fucking Orbit from lying, but at the end of the day, it shows that if that wasn't me, if that was just a random person, then they would have got banned by accident. And, you know, the moderators claim that if they try and appeal it, they lift the ban, but to be honest, I don't really see any evidence of that. So that was the confusion which got caught up, or cleared up, should I say, sorry, on my end of things. I guess it kind of made sense, but also at the same time, it didn't make sense. Now, it's important to note that Nyx is a good mod, and I think that, you know, he obviously has a duty, like all of the mods on there, and he is by far the nicest one that I've encountered out of the current moderator team. The one which I have a really bad image of is Hex. I have seen a lot of images of Hex's conversations going on in DMs telling people to fuck off and all of this stuff. Not the kind of stuff you want to hear from a moderator. So Hex, if you're watching, sort it out, because I know for a fact on my server people don't like you. So I would probably change how you're moderating and actually be a moderator instead of someone that just gets their feelings hurt. Alright, so yeah, that's the No Man's Sky Discord drama. Things are probably a little bit better than they were. You know, we've actually spoken, we've tried to resolve some things, but for the most part, I believe that the server will stay the same. The moderators will stay in power because, you know, they all can. Why would they step down? Unless people in the server itself have a problem with them, I severely doubt that anything I say is going to change that, and that is extremely unfortunate. I have had a lot of evidence since the original video of yet more people being banned by accident, people being banned for posting spoilers in a spoiler channel as well, which is quite interesting. Essentially, the Discord server is still a cesspool, nothing has changed with it. However, I now know the moderators which are essentially causing these problems, and the ones that aren't, or the ones that aren't as much. And you know who you are, I know who you are, so I would say for the sake of everyone, just try and sort it out, you know, otherwise this war's going to keep on going, and it's going to get tiresome in the end. So moderators, if you're watching, Hex especially, sort your shit out and get it together, alright? Wonderful. Now we've cleared that up and we can finally stop talking about that, I want to move on to something which is a lot more upbeat and a lot more optimistic, and that is actually the No Man's Sky hoodies which we all received for going to the Guildford meetup. Now this was kept a secret for a long time, trust me. Essentially the story is when we went to the Guildford meetup for the little No Man's Sky con, whatever you call it, the pigeon, what am I talking about, the pub in Guildford, the Three Pigeons. We were told by the bar staff that Hello Games had left a piece of paper where you had to put in your name, your email address and shit like that. I think about, you know, a few days after, maybe a week after the event happened, we all got an email from Hello Games basically saying, thank you for coming to the meetup, we really appreciate it. If we can ask for a shipping address and also a size for a hoodie, then one will be sent out to you completely free of charge. Now, what we were trying to do, we had this little secret group chat, which we still have actually. We wanted to keep this a secret, so the community basically couldn't, this sounds bad, but so people couldn't fuck around with it. So people couldn't start emailing Hello Games being like, oh, I was there, yeah, I was at the meetup, I want a hoodie. We wanted to keep it a secret until we all got them, so Hello Games didn't get, you know, fucked over by hundreds of people claiming that they were there. And also we wanted it to be a nice surprise. Obviously, everyone in that group were living in different parts of the world. Some people were in the UK, some people were from abroad, and you know, shipping obviously takes different time based on where you are. So we wanted everyone to receive the hoodie before we told the rest of the community. And we all got a photo of our hoodies. We all put it into our little chat. And I believe as of this video going live, chances are you guys would probably know about it as well. But whilst I'm recording it, it is still very much a secret. So yeah, everyone that attended the meetup now has a No Man's Sky hoodie. It's a lovely design. I would highly recommend you check it out on Twitter. I can imagine everyone has probably posted it by now. It's essentially just a plain black hoodie, but with, oh god, excuse me, a little red No Man's Sky Atlas symbol on the left side, kind of by your nipple, that sort of area. It's a very clean design, you know, very simple. It's almost a bit too simple, I would say, to the point where a lot of people wouldn't even know that it was No Man's Sky, but I quite like that. I can wear it anywhere, doesn't really stand out too much, and it's also really nice quality. Really warm, really thick. It's a lovely material. It's just a good fucking hoodie. There's no other way to say it. And of course, it was free. Hello Games made these just for us, and they sent them over completely free of charge. You know, no postage fee, nothing. And I don't think many game developers really do that nowadays. So really, it was an absolute treat. And yeah, I think all of us that went are extremely happy that we went and that Hello Games did that. So Hello Games, if you're watching, thank you very, very much for the hoodies. I think everyone does appreciate that. So really, other than that, there isn't a great deal going on with No Man's Sky or the No Man's Sky community. Obviously, we're still waiting on some kind of news relating to an update, a big update. I know Beyond didn't really come out that long ago, but by this point in time, a lot of us are thinking about the future. This is when speculation videos will start to get made and so forth. So it's quite an exciting time. I'm excited to see that if we're going to get a big content update or a smaller content update. We probably won't find out for a decent amount of time. But yeah, I think that's just about all for today's video. I do hope that you guys enjoyed, and as always, if you did enjoy, please do feel free to leave a like on it. And I will see you guys on my next video. This is SkintBoot, signing out.